Hi, Pisces Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and Pisces Crosswatchers as well. This is the general reading for March 2019. This is a general reading, so not everything that is going to be coming up is for you. I was tuning into your energy before I started this reading, and I was doing some shuffling as well. And I just got this sense of feeling exhausted, feeling really tired. I almost felt stoned a little bit, which isn't surprising because you're Pisces, and realistically, maybe like 50% of you are rolling the J right now. But you did have a couple of cards that fell out as well. You had the Nine of Swords, which tells me some of you may be having some insomnia. There may be some really vivid dreams or nightmares that are happening for you. There could also be just general mental or emotional unrest, something that's keeping you up at night, so to speak, metaphorically or literally for some of you. You did have a few water cards come out as well, actually, which was a bit surprising. You had Ace of Cups, Five of Cups, Page of Cups in reverse, and King of Cups in reverse. From those cards, I almost wonder if there was a walking away from a water sign, or if a water sign walked away from you. It feels like it's a new beginning for you. There may have been a situation that wasn't serving you as well, that you decided you needed to break yourself free from, you needed to withdraw from, because both of those court cards are water signs, so that could easily be you or someone else. But it seems like there has been a lot of intense emotion for this group. Chiron did just leave your sign, so congratulations. That was weighing you down, I think, as well. It actually went into Aries. I want to say November. I could be wrong about that. It was a couple months ago, but then it went retrograde and it came back into your sign, causing just one last spell of havoc. But now it's over. It's done. I know that when anything happens in Pisces, as a Virgo sun, I actually feel a lot of it too, because it's opposing my sun sign. So I really do feel you guys, but it seems like the worst is over. March does feel like it is going to be a long, slow month. However, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't know about the rest of you. I was kind of feeling shocked that we're already in March before I even did this reading. It seems like the first 2 months have flown by. February is a shorter month, so there is that too. But I think it actually would be a nice change of pace for some of us to have a slowed down month. I'm just going to start shuffling and we're going to see what's coming up. But we do, with this Mercury retrograde that's going to be in your sign, we do have a conjunction with Neptune as well, which is your ruling planet. Sorry, I'm just trying to pay attention to these cards. We already had a few come out. With this Neptune conjunction, there is going to be a lot of confusion. I also see potentially breakthroughs. I personally have experienced a lot of vivid dreaming already. We are in that pre-shadow phase. We are in that phase where things are already starting to slow down. The stage is being set for the Mercury retrograde madness that is about to unfold. But I think what I am intuiting from this specific retrograde is that it's not actually going to be like the normal Mercury retrograde. It is in the opposite sign of Virgo, which is Pisces. So it's going to be, I almost feel like the mental side of us is going to be a bit chaotic. But there is going to be an opening spiritually for a lot of us. We do also have a sextile with Capricorn too, so those of you who may have been struggling with figuring out your life or figuring out your job or just material affairs, there may be some sort of breakthrough that comes through all of these breakdowns in communication or planning that actually help you find a new way of looking at things. Now, I'm going to look over our cards really quickly here. This one did not want to turn. Okay, yeah, interesting. Again, wow, a lot of these cards are not turning, so it tells me a lot of you have been having a difficult time adjusting to this the past energy coming into this month, or are having a hard time letting go, you do have the Eight of Wands as your first card, which tells me that there was a lot of movement that happened really quickly. There may have been communication that came through. It wasn't your physical position or your environmental or body. So you just may have been very active. You've been doing a lot in February. It seems like there was a lot of movement, a lot of going forward. We do also have this Justice card in reverse at the heart of the past. It seems like there may have been something with a Libra there, actually. You may have closed off to a Libra, or a Libra has closed off to you. I think you're kind of holding off on making decisions. It seems like you're holding off on... what's the word I'm looking for? It seems like you're just delaying things emotionally. There was a lot of movement, yet there was part of you that was also emotionally delaying things. I'm going to want to pull a clarifier for those cards. But we do also have the Five of Pentacles as well. So again, it seems like there was this walking away. I am getting the sense that there was movement. I was saying that for the pre-shuffle as well. It seemed like there was some walking away, especially from a water sign, or just someone you really cared about. Someone who you have been emotional with in the past, but I think more recently things have been a bit shut down, and you are kind of pursuing a new... or you're just reconnecting to your emotions. I don't know if you're necessarily pursuing anything. It's just like you're moving forward. Very interesting. I'd actually like to pull an animal card for this past energy as well. What it is that you've left behind, what it is you've been closed off to or walked away from. We have the Cosmic Egg. Wow, that is a big, big card for you. This is actually the crown chakra in the animal spirit deck. This seems to tell me that a lot of you really are, or really were, going through a spiritual awakening, and as a result there was a lot of shedding. We do have this serpent wrapped around the Cosmic Egg as well. Some of you may have been having some Kundalini experiences. Some of you may have been having some breakthroughs or downloads that have really changed things for you, and it may have, as a result, cause you to have to pull away from other people. There may be people in your life that just weren't a match to you anymore, and it has come to manifest that those people have left, or you have left those people behind. There is, it can be a big card to pull a spirit card like this, as indicated by the circle on top. This is a karmic card, so a lot of what is happening is just out of your control. Coming into this month, but it seems like it was definitely for your spiritual advancement, whatever it was that you moved towards or whatever it is you moved away from. Again, things seemed like they happened pretty quickly, so it might have caught you off guard, but it does seem like it's definitely going in the right direction. Even with this Eight of Wands, I would suspect that whatever it is that's coming up next is a really beautiful energy for you. And coming into this month, for March, we do actually have the Ten of Cups. That's beautiful. We went from the Eight of Wands right into the Ten of Cups, so it tells me that a lot of you really are running towards something that makes you happy. You're running towards your dreams. You're running towards everything that inspires you, and that is beautiful. You do have the Ace of Swords as well in the heart of your reading, at the heart of the month for March. And that tells me that, yes, you may have been cutting people out, you may have passed judgment, you may have finally made that decision that you were afraid to with that reverse Justice card, but it seems like a very beautiful beginning. And actually, when you do also have this Two of Cups as well, which could be a love offering coming in. This could also just be someone who you feel very close kinship with. You are having communications with that person again. Which is beautiful, because it seems like this is actually going to be a very, very beautiful month, and things are unfolding as they need to unfold. So that's great. I'm going to pull an animal card for this position as well. What is the animal for Pisces in the month of March? What is the animal for Pisces in the month of March? Zebra. So it seems like some of you may actually be traveling. This can be a travel card. It's actually pretty Sagittarian in nature. It's someone exotic. It's something or someone exotic. It could actually be this person who is a Two of Cups. There may actually be communication. I wouldn't so much focus on a Sagittarius. It could be another fire sign, or it could just be someone who is very much themselves. They're very unique. They're very vivacious. This could also just be you having a new relationship with yourself, getting back in touch with yourself, which either way, whatever is manifesting for you in March, it's actually looking really, really beautiful so far. It seems like you've had to make some tough decisions in February or even at the beginning of this month, but it seems like you're now... things are really looking up. I'm actually really happy for you, Pisces. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good new start for you this year. I'm going to just pull some cards for the future. I already had 2 fall out, so I'm just going to pull one more. I'm just going to kind of look at the end of this month as well as the courses of actions to take, things that are on the horizon, just to kind of get into your consciousness right now. Beautiful. Had that come out. Okay, so you have the Four of Cups in reverse. It seems like whatever offering it was that was made to you, you may still have a hard time believing it. As I was telling you how wonderful this month was going to be for you, it did seem like some of you weren't taking the cup. Some of you weren't really believing in this. But I think you are moving out of this disappointment because this card is in reverse. There is moving on that is happening, even though it's not exactly how things did not happen exactly as you had hoped with this Ten of Cups. I think things actually are going to be even better than you had hoped for. I do also have this Six of Swords for you at this heart for the future as well. So it seems like there is still going to be some moving on, some moving in other directions for you. That seems to be happening in a lot of these cards, which is interesting because with this retrograde, there can kind of be a slowing down or a breakdown in travel as well. So things may be a bit blocked off. You do also have the Fool in reverse as well. There may be some sort of recklessness, there may be a lack of planning, which actually, you know, given the retrograde, it might not be a bad way to go about things. Just kind of know that things aren't going to happen the way you expected them to. Pisces seems pretty good with all of this energy, honestly. You guys go with the flow. I think you may actually be moving... It's almost like moving back and forth is kind of the feeling. I'm going to pull an animal card for this as well. I just want to get a more thorough picture here. Lion. So I think there is still some more meditation that you need to do. I think there is still going to be some time apart that you need to take, even though there are all of these supportive and beautiful people around you from this Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. I think there is still some need to take some time out, but also do cultivate those beautiful relationships as well. Lion is the ruler of his pride, so this is someone who is really stepping into their sovereignty. They're not putting up with this bullshit justice in reverse in the past anymore. They're done with people who are not saying it like they mean, or they're not saying things as they mean them. I see you as really stepping into your power, and whatever it is that you've walked away from, you are still recovering from it, but it seems like things are in a really good direction for you. This is very good news, Pisces. I'm just going to kind of scan over here and see if there's any other messages that are coming through. I'm actually interested with this Four of Cups in reverse. I'm going to get a clarifier on that. There was way too many cards that fell out for that. But at the top here, we did have this Three of Swords. So it seems like whatever it is that is blocking you from this Ten of Cups, that is going to prevent you from really feeling it, it has to do with heartbreak. It has to do with disappointment. Again, I'm getting the sense that this is what happened in the past, and it also came up in that pre-shuffle. Some of you may have been walking away from a water sign or someone that you really cared about. So I think some of you are a little, I want to use the word butthurt about it. You thought your life was going to be with a certain person and it just didn't end up happening that way, but it seems like it's actually going to be better. Whoever it is that you lost or whatever it is that you lost, it definitely seems to be in your favor. And I think that's actually something that needs to be said about Mercury retrograde in general. I think it has a really bad rap, but the reality is that Mercury retrograde doesn't just throw sand on things that are going great in our lives. It's showing us where there's actually things that need to be improved. We may think that things are going well, but when something breaks down in a Mercury retrograde, it's kind of getting your attention like, hey, this needs work. This area of your life needs to be reworked or redone. There needs to be some sort of renovation here. It's also kind of time to go back and reflect on how you have done things in the past. It's not necessarily a time to start a new project. It's more a time to finish things, to end things, to bring things to a close. It seems like you are going to be able to do that with the Ace of Swords at the heart of this reading. You are going to be able to put an end to things that you have been having a hard time putting an end to in the past. But that doesn't mean it's going to be without its heartache, but it still seems like things are going to go really, really well for you. Again, this is beautiful. It seems like you're going to have a really great birthday. I do hope that this resonates for all of you, and I will see you next month. Bye, Pisces.